All right. You ready?
Is that it?
We're good to go. We're live.
We're live?
Yes.
That was our intro?
That was our intro. We got to have like a better coming into. Kenny, let me know. You were just over there on Facebook. Just.
Are you? No, I'm not on Facebook.
Were you on Tinder?
No, I'm not on. No ass. I'm on
Grindr.
God damn it!
Our audience is awesome already.
I don't even know how that got out.
Somebody get this man some juice.
That's bullshit.
You know what's funny is I actually have a Grindr story, and for people that don't know what Grindr is, it's like where dudes hook up. But
I didn't know what it was. Is that what it is?
Yes, you knew what it was.
And guys that wear fanny packs.
And guys that wear fanny packs.
I have a Grindr story too, but I can't tell it.
Well, anyways, so
they might be here.
I bought this Forerunner off a dude, and he was obviously like into
you bought
dudes.
What?
A Forerunner. Like this is years ago. And all of a sudden, he inboxed me. He was like, WYD, what you doing? And I was like,
is that what that means?
I was like, who dis? And anyways, I was like, I don't even know who you are. And he said a name, and I didn't recognize it. And I was like, do you even know who I am? I think you might have the wrong number. And then I said, Chad. He goes, well, I don't know who you are. And he goes, did we meet on Grindr? And I was like, probably not. But anywho. I think he wanted to hook up with the dude that bought his Forerunner. I declined, obviously, for reasons.
As far as everybody knows.
That's because you didn't get the Forerunner.
No, I got the Forerunner. I just didn't get
you were the guy that bought the Forerunner.
Yeah, I was the guy
Okay,
that bought
I misunderstood. My
and
bad.
I didn't get the discount for any other reason, and I just talked him down. But anyways,
you did talk him down.
Anyways, so Kenny's back with us with the production. He's had a few things going on. I've been traveling. Welcome back, Kenny. It's good to have you back. It feels like we got the band back together.
Yeah, it does. It sucks without you, man.
Yeah, because he only had the lead singer and then the bass guitar guy, and then we didn't have you. So
that's the dynamic of every show I've ever worked on.
I could do solo gigs, but
there's always a lead singer of the show.
When you have the rest of the guys to make the stars stand out, it helps everything. It smooths it out.
I appreciate you too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So how's your week been?
Pretty good. I think I played tennis once and golf twice.
God, man, you're like a pentathlete. What is that? Where they did
that's
all
what they call that.
Where they did all the sports in the Olympic
decathlon.
Yeah, the one where the girl that used to be a dude won the gold.
Name? What's her name?
Caitlin won the Olympics as a dude, then became a girl.
Is it true that she? What is its pronoun?
It's one of those things where you say Z or Zoe.
You know what? I was watching an old episode of Homeland, and it was Claire Danes' character.
Yeah.
Her birthday, and they were singing to her for she's a jolly good fellow.
Oh, people would lose their freaking
minds.
Now,
I don't know is that song still even legal?
So she's a jolly good person?
How do you? What if their pronoun is thee, thou, them, they?
Z, zo.
Z, za. Kenny, what's your pronoun?
Yeah. You could sing it like a German. Z, a jolly good fellow.
That was horrible. Let's move on.
As the song would be without. I'm just What if they're neutral?
Neutral pronouns.
I don't even. What is a neutral pronoun?
This is an awesome sports show. This is America. I love it. Anyway, so
I'm probably not calling you they.
In the South, any conversation can end with "This is America, damn it."
Yes, that's a fact. I end many of those. Speaking of somebody that talks like that, so me and Faja played golf yesterday. We're at Hidden Creek, and whenever somebody is playing slower in front of you, they have to let you by. Well, this took for freaking ever. And anyways, so we get by, and we're teeing off, and they're watching us tee off, and Faja rips one down the middle, and the guy goes, "You hitting from the gold tees in the flip-flops." And I was like,
playing from the gold tees in the flip-flops.
You play from the gold tees in the flip-flops. And I was like, oh, Lord. They had to have come from Jay.
That could have been.
Bless his heart.
He was playing in.
What does that mean? I hear there's a derogatory meaning behind that.
It's definitely it's a derogatory term that Southern women use to say somebody's retarded without actually saying it. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
Special.
It is definitely derogatory.
The pronoun is special.
Chad said that to
There
me.
was no way you can say that without putting somebody down.
Chad said that to me today.
And I called you Mr. Wizard twice.
Bless your heart. Jerry's here checking us out again. I appreciate it, Jerry.
I like it.
He's recruiting me to work the parking lot at the Shaker.
Dude, you would do that. You would be the best at that.
I'd be really good at it.
Can you be around that environment?
I got to
with
find
the-
out if my probation officer will allow it.
I don't know that you could be in that environment.
He's very opposed to me being near alcohol. I do have a waiver for Thursday nights at the break, though.
I like it.
Just not a waiver for real.
Notice that we, on our little panel here, that we've gone away from normal alcoholic beverages. This is a Coke Zero. He's got that thermos. I don't know what's in there. Is it a coffee?
It's coffee. Did you, speaking of
Hot tea
being
and
on
lemon,
probation, did you see where they seized 2,000 pounds of
what?
Coke?
Not from where? I thought they measured it in kilos.
Well, they said 2,000 pounds.
Got you.
Because they weren't broken out in packages, so they just couldn't count the packages to see how many kilos
They
they
couldn't
had.
convert it to the metric system in the South.
Divided by 2.2.
Yes.
What was that
This
reference?
is America.
Where,
We don't
where did they
use
find it, though?
metric
Where did they
system.
find it? Did it come
I
through on a
can't
boat?
remember.
Or
I think it was offshore.
there was a really mad Mexican somewhere?
I
Or
think,
like maybe
I
two or
think
three
It
Mexicans.
was probably in the Gulf. I don't think it was right near here. I think it was down near that place in the South Florida.
If any of that ever washed up on shore, what would you do? I've often thought about that. Like you could do the right thing and turn it in. And I'm not a bad person. I'm not saying I would go sell it because I don't want to get. But it does make you question yourself a little bit. Do you just leave it there?
Doesn't make me question myself at all.
I would trade it for a
I'd
purple.
start looking for a way to make some money.
I would trade it for a purple Lamborghini
Here's
and let you go to. And then I would call them in. I would trade it for the purple Lamborghini. Then I would call them in, so it looked like I'm a really good guy, like a crime fighter.
Well, I don't think
that
you
drives
wanna-
a purple Lamborghini.
if you find 2,000 pounds of Coke.
Yeah.
I don't think you even want to get caught turning it in. You got to be pretty anonymous in the whole deal.
I would just kick some leaves on it.
Somebody wants to kill your ass.
I would
for doing that.
kick some leaves on it or some sand.
You know what? I would not be wholly opposed to taking a few $100,000 for giving it back to whom it belongs.
Yes. Would you put it in the lost and found on like Craigslist? Being like, have a package. It weighs about 2,000 pounds.
That would be
I'm not telling you what's in it, but it was floating around.
also another package.
You're more motivated to move it after
Yeah.
you have it.
Kind of looks like creatine. Sort of flour,
It's not confectioner's sugar.
but it's close. It's like when somebody loses their iPhone at the bar or their keys, and they're like, "Do you have an iPhone?" And you'd be like, "So you have to let them unlock the code, or they have to describe it perfectly." And so they would just have to describe the package.
Oh, dude, that happened to me at the ticket. During,
Do you have
football
the
a long time
shipping?
ago.
Do you have the shipping info? Do you have the confirmation number?
Well, after watching the actions of the FBI over the last few months, I don't think you'd be in too much trouble of having them bust you for it.
You've been watching
They
a lot
don't
of
seem
that.
capable of being able to do that.
You've been watching a lot
Oh
of.
man, that's CIA shit, man.
You've been watching Homeland.
They work with the FBI a lot, though. You ever watch Homeland, Kenny?
No, but I can tell you that they do not cooperate very well. None
With
of the
each other?
agencies do, no.
Well, that's because the CIA doesn't have in its charter. They're not allowed to operate within the United States.
What's that?
The CIA's operations are all supposed to be outside the borders of the United States.
Right, well, that's been declassified and proven wrong time and time again.
Mr. Conspiracy Theory.
Are you a tinfoil guy?
You know, that's the funny thing. Once it's declassified and the information's out there, it's no longer a conspiracy theory.
So here's another thing.
So whatever rhetoric you're holding on to that still wants you to believe that, now you're the conspiracy theorist.
Ooh,
What?
you're the tinfoil guy.
Tinfoil and conspiracy. What?
Kenny just busted your ass.
Somebody
all over
people
our-
put it in tinfoil.
Yes. Did you ever watch Breaking Bad? Remember that was
Yeah,
the
I
guy
watched
from
Breaking
Saul
Bad.
with the tinfoil. The only thing tinfoil is really good for is salmon and grouper. You put some lemon. And,
I think a lot of. Well, I think you can also.
Oh, dude, meth.
Yeah.
Some,
Or
of, that stuff that washed up on the beach.
Or some of the stuff that
Yeah.
wash-
Don't they package it that way sometimes?
They do.
God bless. Y'all need some help.
So we've spent the first 10 minutes of the show talking about drugs.
Nothing
mostly.
about sports. But speaking about drugs, let's stay on
We
the
talked about Grindr for a little bit.
let's stay on the subject of drugs. Did y'all see Bill Cosby goes down today?
Yeah, Bill Cosby.
On all 14 counts, I believe.
I guess his royalties on pudding are about to go down the drain.
You put the pudding. All right. I used to.
So
be
how many counts was he convicted on?
14. As far as I know,
14 counts of drugging women and hitting it.
Or whatever. I didn't really care enough to read about it. I think everybody kind of knew he was guilty from the start when he had, like, I don't know, it was like 30 or 40 women step forward, but only for some reason a lot of them didn't want their name in the paper and shit. So when it came to court, it was like 10 to 15 people.
Oh, is that so? You had to be able to. You had to come clean. You had to come.
Yeah,
public.
yeah.
You had to come public.
I think you're gonna be on public record or court record maybe. So I don't know.
He's. What's the deal?
He hasn't been sentenced yet. So that's
when is sentencing?
I wasn't that up to date with it. It's going to have to be in the next couple weeks.
See, that's how you know you're privileged when you get to be at home in between being convicted and going to prison.
So many white people watch his show that he's now got the privilege that we always talk about.
That we have?
Yes.
I didn't sign off on that.
Well,
Or was that just through participation?
Maybe.
He worked harder than you did.
Oh, my allergies are killing me today from the golf.
I noticed that.
Ugh. Brutal. Last 2 days. It's really what
I'm good.
I'm kind of using it. I'm kind of using it, though, for how poorly I've played.
I guess I could I could look at my draft tracker.
Oh, this shit's about to start.
It probably already.
We're
This is
him,
it. This is
we're missing him getting booed right now.
So, guys, are they going Shaquan?
Oh,
They took Baker Mayfield #1.
Boom!
My brother is going to have a fit over this.
You know what? I'm surprised he doesn't flip off everybody that hates him right now.
Or do the money sign like Johnny Manziel. That's crazy.
You like that pick, man?
Uh-oh, jerseys are coming off.
You like that pick?
Yeah. I thought they were going to take Barkley #1 and probably going to go with Mayfield at the 4th spot.
He's an NBA guy anyway.
Yes, he is an NBA guy. We've been over there talking about
I could overhear him over there. I'm like, yep, I like this guy. Doesn't especially like LeBron. Thinks he gets too many calls.
Just remember, if you guys want to, anybody out there in internet land wants to join in on the conversation, the hotlines are open. It's 850-907-7686.
God, you say that so well. It just
907-7686.
rolls off the tongue.
I
that?
got system sounds turned off, so I don't know why it's doing this.
I do that. You remember the guy from Police Academy that can make those noises?
Oh, that was you.
That was me.
Yeah, okay.
Do it again. Do it again.
I can't do it on
doesn't
command.
sound like it.
Can't do it on command.
Baker Mayfield. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about that first or the fact that the NBA is shepherding LeBron towards another finals with not calling the goaltending.
Let's stay with Baker now that he just got drafted. What was your take on him? I kind of think he might be a little Ryan Leafy.
Well, you know what? I think everybody had that thought, and and the Johnny Manziel with his mentality and his immaturity, and
That's awful.
I don't know why it's happening. I mean, I'm
what
working on
in
it.
the hell?
I have system sounds. See, look, I have system sounds turned
I
off.
see you.
Why? I don't know what the hell's going on.
See?
I would think they've had to vet him pretty good to draft him #1, and there's no doubt in my mind that they had that, that was up front with them was they don't want to draft to Johnny Manziel or Ryan Leaf.
All right, so they compare him to Manziel. I compare him to Ryan Leaf, but another a great quarterback where they have the same moxie is Phillip Rivers. Kind of had this same attitude when he was at NC State. Kind of just a prick, and he. Outside of his team in San Diego and, a lot of his fans, man, a lot of people don't like him. He's got that moxie. So
at least his team likes him, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's all that matters. Screw everybody else.
I love
Larry
Phillip
Bird
Rivers.
didn't give a shit if you didn't like his team. You know what I mean? Those guys, the bad boys in Detroit didn't give a shit if you didn't like their team. They went out and beat your ass. So a guy like Phillip Rivers, even though he hasn't had the best teams, man, those teams have stuck around him. And even though his where he shoots off and stuff, where he gets a little mad and angry or says
what? Never mind.
Where he says some stuff that he shouldn't say or whatever.
Baker?
No, I'm saying Phillip Rivers. But he's actually got the stats and everything where he can back a little.
Well, he doesn't really. he's a big Christian. So outside the huddle,
What, like 6'4", 220? Oh, you're saying like as far as I got.
he's
you.
he's
I thought you
a
meant, like-
Christian and is a practicing Christian. And outside the huddle, I think he's much more
Yeah,
proper,
maybe,
less offending.
maybe I don't know.
But I know he takes charge of the huddle.
Yeah, or on the sidelines, that guy goes freaking nuts. So
Remember the battles with him and Jay Cutler?
yeah, it was crazy because a lot of those are like the two guys that nobody likes it unless you're fans of those teams. So
And nobody, even the fans of the team, liked Cutler though.
yeah, I remember there was some Peyton Manning, Phillip Rivers kind of riffs, and I think they were taken pretty close to the same, maybe 2 years difference or 3. I mean, it wasn't far off. I think Phillip was drafted the same year that Eli was. I'm
He
not
had
sure.
he had to be a few years after. When was he taken? He had to be a few years after.
It would have had to be after because remember the Chargers took Eli Manning.
I don't see Jay Cutler getting a year contract this year for $10 million again.
I do with Budweiser.
I mean, in football.
Oh yeah, I see him
to play
signing with
quarterback.
Budweiser.
He was going to what? CBS is going to go work for CBS or
Could you
Fox.
imagine- Tony Romo's killing it, right? Because he's got kind of the moxie, he's got the swagger. Could you imagine Jay Cutler calling football? It would be awful. It would be like having that stepdad that beats the shit out of you and just drinks Maker's Mark all day and can't even get to his shit together, just calling
Probably
plays.
more like Old Crow.
Or Old Crow, whatever it is. Just getting liquored up all day.
Well, we're probably going to get another chance unless he pissed him off this year.
I don't know that he could ever be excited about a play.
He's married to the biggest "See You Next Tuesday" in reality TV.
Yeah,
though, right?
Kristen Cavallari.
Yeah.
Does that make me gay that I know that? I used to watch Laguna Beach. She was hot. Who got him? New York? When is New York's next pick? Are they get another one in the first, or are they done? I think they're done.
Hey, on the bright side, the chat's working again. So
Yeah, that's
cool.
Rudy. That's because he's just chilling out the house. He's not doing anything for a little while. I love you,
don't
Rudy.
see the Giants or the Jets getting another pick in the first round.
Gotcha. It's
Yeah.
going to be interesting to see now that Barkley's off the board where the Browns go with number 4.
New England has 2 first-round picks.
Oh yeah, that's those have been sitting there for a while. Yeah, they've got to go quarterback, especially after you
Don't they have Garofalo?
Yeah, how do you get rid of Garofalo? That's crazy. Let that guy sit on that guy. Pay him $6 million a year and sit on him.
Well, they were making overtures this week on the radio that Brady interceded with Kraft to get Garofalo off the roster.
Yeah, I'm sure because he didn't want that pressure. Because Garofalo, when he was filling in, was really good. And I think anybody that goes, as long as Belichick's there, I think anybody that goes to New England as a quarterback and ends up playing is going to do just fine.
My draft tracker is sucks.
Are you on a minute phone or is that like a?
No, it's not Minute Phone. It's Sprint. Same thing,
Sorry.
right? You would think that wouldn't be such a hard thing to freaking find.
The only it's funny. Like I like the draft. It's one of the better things about the NFL. I don't watch the games anymore, but it's going to be interesting to see what my Cowboys do at 18. I think they're going to go after the kid from SMU. They need a beast after unloading their number 3 receiver in Des Bryant. Everybody acts like he was the number 1 receiver, but no, he was not. I wasn't a fan. He wasn't a locker room guy.
Did you see Brandon Marshall mouthed off about the Giants
He sucks too.
acquiring Des Bryant?
Yeah,
And so he mouthed off about them acquiring Des Bryant, and like the next day or that afternoon, and the Giants cut him.
right? Just shut up and play, man. And if you're not putting the stats up, don't even talk. You might have been good for 2 years, 5 years ago. That doesn't give you the right to sit there. Jerry Rice never mouthed off like that. You know what I mean? You never saw the greats. They just went out there and played.
True dat. This next pick is the Jets, so this should be a complete travesty.
They're going to pick Joe Namath, who's quarterback out of Alabama.
That's the same reason that Chucky cut what's probably the best punter in the league. He's a punter.
Ray Guy.
Same team. Marquette King.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they cut Jano. Well, Jano was
But,
hurt.
Yeah.
Why did they cut King?
Well, it's Chucky, and Chucky's he doesn't play that
No,
new school shit.
Yeah, you don't want a.
I think that guy.
You don't need a guy with personality being your punter.
I think King is beyond that new school shit.
Punters should be seen and not heard.
100
At the most.
I'm gonna go with this guy.
I like it.
Yeah, but it was crazy.
He's a smack talking.
Did anybody pick up Jano's rights? I don't know. I think he's.
No, he's in Seattle.
Oh, he is in Seattle. God,
He's still got a payday from us.
I don't know that he drinks craft.
Does he?
I don't know that he drinks craft beers. What is he? He's a vodka guy.
He's,
A lot of vodka in L.A.
as far as
don't
I know, he's been nothing but a family man for the last 15 years.
Really?
Yeah, family man of the vodka.
Well, I mean, he's Polish. Can't hold it
Did you
against
ever hear
him.
the story about me and Janikowski partying at the dock?
You've told me.
I know. I could tell you again.
I never
was
heard it.
Awesome.
I never heard it. I want to hear it.
Me and Jack Paris, and there was 2 or 3 of us, and there was a guy named Patrick. What was the guy that played for Tennessee? Patrick Dyson. His brother Andre Dyson was a 1-yard line guy during the Super Bowl, but Patrick Dyson was our receiver for the Barracudas, and he was best friends with Jano. And so we all go to the dock, and
Jano was with you when you went to the dock?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were at Funds, and then we go to the dock, and Jano pulls out $10,000 and tells the GM to close the doors, and nobody else comes in. It was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was. I mean, back then, I mean, even now, $10,000 can sit there and buy you a lot of time.
Yeah,
The dock quadrupled their revenue for that night.
Yes,
Yeah, I
they
was gonna
did.
say,
It
there's
wasn't
not a-
Wednesday.
There's not a single bar in this town, on the beach, anywhere that wouldn't close their doors for $10,000.
I've only been to the dock twice since then. The other one was last Wednesday
The
with my
Shaker
boy
might
Rudy.
not close. There's days the Shaker wouldn't close for $10,000.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Right in the back. There we go. Boom.
What time of year was it?
November. It was right when.
They wouldn't be doing those numbers in November.
Oh, no. It was awesome. But they were still busy, and I really do. I think it might have been on a
How long
Wednesday.
ago was that?
04, 05, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It would have been
So-
when the Barracudas were around. So that
Before the
it might have been later than that.
what do you mean the Barracudas?
Our Pensacola Barracudas were our indoor football league. That's why Patrick Dyson.
Well, they weren't here when I was moved here in 6.
All right, so it would have been 03 or 04, so I was pretty close. And Jano would have only been in the league a few years. He wouldn't have been on his rookie contract throwing $10,000 at. But he got a pretty big rookie contract.
He was a first-round pick.
Yeah, he got
He got first-round money
when was
for a kicker.
Was he the only first-round kicker ever? Where did Aguirre go? He was early second round.
Yeah.
And now I think he's at home, huh?
There's a few punters that went second round.
I think a punter is almost more important than a kicker if you're going to look at draft stock. But Jano ended up staying there for 19 or 18 years.
No, yeah, he was worth the pick. That worked out.
Yeah, I saw his.
Oh, he was.
I saw
yeah.
his last college game in New Orleans. It was awesome. Him and
He's no Morton Anderson, but
They used to make fun of me at the ticket and say, Kenny doesn't want no touchdown. He just wants what I used to call the Polish touchdowns.
yeah, I loved him, man. Line that guy
I
up
like
from
that.
54, 55.
He
and
was so
he would-
successful
he
because
would-
they couldn't make the end zone.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fact.
It
Is he the leading scorer for kicker?
But that's a common tell for kickers to stick around. Yes, he was.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Some of his kicks, I think he tied with the 63 or whatever, but if it was 55 in, he was good.
Oh, dude, I've seen. Practice. There's no stress, stuff like that. People aren't diving for the ball. He's kicked them from 75, 80
Yeah,
with 10,
he had
15
a
feet to go.
When
Wow.
Florida State was recruiting him when he was 16 years old, he had $1 million offer on the table to go play soccer in Poland, and they have a video of him kicking one from 77, and I don't know if it was downwind or whatever. I don't give a shit. 77 yards is a long ways.
He was way too big to play soccer anyway.
Soccer keeps that weight off of you.
Yeah, he might have run a few pounds off.
He's a big boy.
He likes to party. Where does he live? I wonder where he lives.
He lives in the Bay Area.
Does he?
Yeah.
The Bay Area.
He's gonna retire a Raider. I don't see him moving his family to Seattle. It's too close to make a move like that, I would think.
The only way he would retire with any other team is him play 5 more years and get 2 Super Bowls.
I don't even think he's gonna make the team.
Yeah, it could be. Who is their kicker?
I have no idea.
Exactly. So he might have a shot.
I don't even know if he's had his physical yet.
Russell Wilson.
They haven't made him cough yet.
Russell Wilson looks like he could either be a male cheerleader or like a
Or Sammy Sosa's.
That's awesome. Kenny.
or like a
That's
dolphin
awesome.
trainer.
He looks like he could be. Sammy
Oh, the
Sosa's
Jets
kid.
go with Sam Darnold.
Don't like him either.
The worst bowl performance of any first-round pick in the history of NFL football.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't.
I can't even believe he came out. He was so bad.
He looks like the kid that you kick his ass in the middle of the street while playing 500, and he takes his ball and he goes home. You know what I mean? Like you only have one football, and the kids you tackle the kid that's
He
got
used
it.
to cry when they lost in high school,
Yeah,
like that kid.
yeah. And he was probably last pick when he was in like elementary school because he was fat. Now he's kind of not as fat anymore, but so now he's a prick. That's what I get. I don't know. If I was gonna help be a consultant for the NFL,
I missed the fat in middle school.
Yeah.
Rough. Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Bye, Tina.
Bye, Tina.
What else is going on in the world of sports?
I don't know. Our golf
Other than
games,
us-
our golf games are pretty awesome. We haven't made the top 10 on ESPN, but it hasn't happened yet tonight. The show hasn't come on.
Thank God I got to leave the course with a good drive under my belt.
God. I'd have meltdown.
I might be your coach.
I've had 2 meltdowns in 2 days. I feel like, you know how like
Why did you have to borrow my putter on the last hole?
do you know how women go through their monthly cycles and like it starts off good like at the beginning of the month and then whatever and then it gets real bad. That's man, I make it the whole 14 the last 2 days and I'm at that point where the woman's not
You get your period, you start PMS.
We have classy content on this show.
I'm just trying to metaphorically make a good.
It's still PG-13.
Yeah, I didn't say anything bad. It's nature, and so I just lose all sense of. I'm a mental midget.
I hope my nephew's not listening.
I said mental midget. Is that bad?
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, and so it just makes.
I
me
don't
want-
see myself melting over it. I haven't been triggered.
It would be uncomfortable to have to explain a fallopian tube to your nephew over the internet.
They can't even spell it. But anyways, we had fun. It was the female the women's Florida Pensacola Women's Realtor Association. I'm trying to get it together. God, I need to start drinking.
How does for
Jesse? Can I get a Jaeger? I'm on tilt.
Whoa! Here we go.
Yes. Yeah, let's get it started.
One moment. Boom, boom, boom.
Coke Zero's not doing shit for me.
You struggle talking about their important stuff, but you had their cycle on lock.
Yeah, man, I was good with that.
That was as smooth. That was as smooth delivery as you've ever seen from him.
Yeah, we were coming back from the golf tournament, and I started like falling asleep at the wheel at 5, and I was like, "We got to do the show." So I had way too much coffee.
Your allergies were pissing me off on the way home.
Yeah, it's bothering me too.
I
Thank you.
Heard you sniffle one more time.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, you brought your own now. Look at you, making a change in your diet.
Right?
You healthy son of a.
That's what I'm trying. Hey, I ate baked chicken, and I got a Coke Zero.
Dude, Kenny, we have had. Do you want to come over for some chicken thighs?
We've been on a chicken thigh kick.
I wish I had the soundboard up, man. Oh, I wish I had the soundboard.
You know
up.
what? Me too. We were I was.
I need to get some new sounds.
Yeah, we got to get a few of each other too. Yelling at the other one.
Send nudes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's Chad's right there.
I definitely need to get some samples of the juice conversation. That was good.
Yeah, juice.
And the corn dog stuff. I mean, that's epic.
We used corn dogs today. Like the dude that was playing in front of us. Let me go back to the golf thing real quick. Shit that pisses me off is like I used to be fairly good.
Things don't bother me.
I used to be fairly good, but I really liked going out and playing in flip-flops or bare feet and wearing a T-shirt and beating guys' brains in, backwards hat, whatever. And now you'll go to these tournaments, and I haven't played in a while, so I don't have the game that I used to. But you'll see these guys have $4,000 in gear.
Oh, my
and they're,
Lord.
And they're dressed like they're sponsored by somebody, and they waggle 35 times, and they take 10 practice swings, and they get up there, and they cannot hit it past the ladies' tees.
The dude in front of us today on 8, we started on number 8. It was
Sergio Garcia.
He takes 3 practice. He's in. First of all, we're in nearly in May now.
I'm having a hard time talking about because it's got
he has
me that,
slacks on. He has slacks on and a and especially
And a visor
and a great
and a
belt and a visor,
matching
Takes
belt to the shirt.
three practice swings behind the ball, then steps up to the ball, takes a couple of half swings, then waggles, sets his club down so he can get his alignment right.
It's
Waggle, 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 waggle. Topped it 20 yards.
like me and Faj are having conniption fits because there's a good chance that he and I don't even take a practice swing at all.
Everything you just said in your rant reminds it's to me what your internet dating video would be like. It would just start off, here's the shit I hate.
Here's the shit I hate.
And it would
women
end with
who
that.
say I'm not here to hook up on a I'm here to hook up site.
But here's a picture of me and a bra.
You did know that Tinder was invented so people could bone, right? But I'm not on here for that.
I've never been on there.
Turn-offs, women that make fun of my fanny pack.
That is pretty good. I'm glad he's back. But anyways, yeah. So what I'm saying is, so you got $4,000 worth of shit. You got $300 worth of clothes on. You just bought a $30 glove, and you can't hit it to the ladies' tees. And that's what I was kind of just like messaging Karen like throughout the thing, and I'm like, this is driving me crazy. And a guy I was riding with was like, man, Faja's really pissed off at this guy. And I was like, dude, this drives us nuts. But anyways, the easiest thing I could describe, the way I describe it, was like, it's like driving a Ferrari or buying a Ferrari, which is a badass car, and then you can't drive a stick.
Browns up again?
Yeah, they're up.
This should be good.
This is the only time you're going to hear the Browns are up all year.
Who'd they take?
Ooh, Denzel Ward.
Cornerback?
Ohio State.
Ugh.
Dude, we went to, so my dad was in town, and we go to the Hancock deck for the Wahoos game. And right in front of us sits a friend of mine, and Stacy Perkins, and he's with his girlfriend. And whatever, Faja didn't see it good, but he thought this girl had an Ohio State sweater on, man. You should have felt the tension that was coming off of him. It was weird, man. Like, if somebody wears some Florida State shit, like, I just don't care. But Faja saw the Ohio State.
I saw the state, and it looked red.
And it wasn't even Ohio State shit. It was Florida State stuff.
Well, it was one of those generic commercial state shirts.
Yeah.
I was being lighthearted about it.
No, you were not. I could feel the tension in the air.
Are you opening tonight?
Maybe. We're going to see if the wind's still blowing. If it's blowing like crazy, then where are our people at? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was putting together a lyric video for a client over the weekend, and when I was thumbing through their band photos, one of them was wearing San Diego Chargers gear, and I almost canceled the contract.
Oh, no.
I thought about it.
Ugh.
For some reason, it just really made me upset.
All right, Kenny. What is the best? What is the best uniform in the NFL?
That's it. Well, obviously that's subjective, but
No, you can't be a fan of the team.
Okay, I'm with you.
So
my
I would
obvious
say
answer
Cowboys
is
because I think it's sexy as hell.
but you're a Cowboys fan.
I know. I would say that, but I can't. So
I'm with you.
So you cannot say the silver and black.
Right.
It's the Chargers. It's the
it
Chargers.
is a pretty good looking uniform.
Too many colors, man. Too many colors.
With the blue and the
That's
lightning
why you can
bolts
get away
and
with
and
so
the
much
old,
shit.
The
It's all
older
the
school
colors.
helmet. Hell yes,
Yeah.
it's the Chargers.
Right, and I'm kind of with you on
What'd
that
you say?
too. Panthers or Seahawks are right up there.
Yeah. Panthers. That's
That's
all right.
where I. That's
It's
where
all the
I'm.
expansion teams. They
Dark-
came up with pretty cool colors. Where you saw the turds that were coming, like
Dark
the
colors
Packers
on
and the
white.
Steelers. Like that shit's awful.
I will have to. My first thought when you say Panthers, though, is I hate Cam Newton, and I hate that son of a bitch. But they do have sweet unis. They do. I have to go with that.
Yeah, they had really sweet unis when Delone was there. That's what you have to make yourself say.
You know what? The Lions Honolulu blue is not a bad jersey.
But with all rules aside, there's only one uniform that's stayed true since pretty much since they've been a team. The only thing that's ever changed is
You've only been a team for 20 years.
is the white on black, black on white. What, you talking about Oakland?
You know I'm giving you a little bit of shit there. But, like, the Bears have stayed pretty true.
Yeah. No, they have.
Cowboys have stayed. Eh.
Yeah.
They had that one the
You
Thanksgiving
guys,
Day jersey.
you know what? I
sucks.
have to say probably the Raiders are probably as close as it could. Because I remember the Raiders late 60s, early 70s.
You know what?
With Daryl
Jerseys
LaMonica.
suck is when they do the throwbacks,
And they're pretty much the same as they are today.
like the throwbacks, and those throwbacks never existed in the throwback, or like when
Yeah. Like that. Did that Steeler uniform
where they had
actually
the
exist?
the
Bumblebee shit?
socks. Ugh.
Oh, the vertical. Wasn't that
Yeah.
the?
And then the Packers have always been the Packers, and then they'll come back and they have these navy blue and yellow uniforms. What the hell is that?
Everybody calls
That's
those,
not real?
Everybody calls those Pittsburgh throwbacks Bumblebee. To me, it looks like a Panamanian prison uniform.
I've never seen one of those. How would you?
That's
How would
what I
you?
assume it would look like.
Who would know what-
Panamanian.
Who would?
Panamanian prison uniform.
Who would know what that looks
That's
like?
awesome.
You
I
coulda
would-
went with
I
any-
might go with Nicaragua.
You could have went with any Central or Southern American country.
They've got a
and
little
it'd have been all right.
upheaval in Nicaragua right now. I guess so. Communism isn't
Yeah,
working out
Mr.
so good after all.
Mr. Ortega is not having a good presidency going. All the locals are having kind of like an uproar. And we've got some friends down there that
They're the ones stirring up the shit, probably.
Stirring
Yeah,
up all-
Beavis and Butthead.
Yep. They're down there doing their little mission thing, and apparently it is not a cool place to be
who
right
is?
now.
Like mission?
Some friends of mine back home.
Like mission as in spreading Christianity?
Yes.
Oh, because that causes uproar everywhere it goes.
No, it's not them causing it. It's they're just
Right.
they're down there
You've
chilling
been
out.
conditioned to think that.
Listen,
Oh my lord.
no pun intended. That was awesome, man. That's where you need a soundbite for that.
He didn't even realize it either. That's
Yes,
the sad
I'm
part.
I'm coming through with the heat right now.
That was amazing.
Let's take a little break. We've been on a run.
That was almost Carlin-esque. Holy shit.
On that note,
Yeah.
let's hear from our sponsors, Tell Staffing and HR and Rocky's Termite and Pest
Yeah,
Control.
thanks for showing up, Wayne Brown. You're amazing.
On the
Let's roll your commercial.
on the Pimpy K Network.
All right.
Brought to you by Tell Staffing and HR for your payroll, workers' comp, human resources, benefits, and staffing. Also by 5025, Gratitude, Giving, Health, Wealth, and the Fountain of Youth. Play Harder Radio is sponsored by Rocky's Termite and Pest Control, a family tradition since 1962. Rocky's Termite and Pest Control is family owned and operated and serves Escambia, Santa Rosa, and Okaloosa counties. Give them a call today, 850-380-5408. at PMVN Media, we recognize that most people that start podcasts are closed-minded, single-scoped agenda pushers seeking unwarranted attention. This is Play Harder Radio, part of the PPK Multiverse Network.
Pimpy K Multiverse Network. Play Harder
Multiverse.
Radio. Multiverse. What'd I say?
No, I mean, I was just repeating. It was like an echo.
Multiverse
Yes.
Network.
Yes.
Multiverse
Multiverse.
Network. Play Harder Radio on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
I'm not going to repeat that.
Thank you.
When YouTube was when they took all the when they basically unmonetized all the millions of accounts or whatever, I took to social media to complain about it, and some guy I don't even know said something that was really amazing on that same lines. He said they can take you off YouTube, but they can't take you out of the multiverse.
Man, what about the kid from
Powerful,
here?
Kenny,
The kid
powerful.
The
To
kid
me,
from,
it was.
I love it. No,
It's my brainchild.
I know. I'm with you. Is what I'm saying. I'm
you were
with
condescending, but I'm
No, I was
okay with
not
that.
being condescending. God damn it!
What's your GDs? Those are bad.
All right, you're right.
Anywho, speaking of like the
My
YouTube
bad.
thing, the kid from here, the little like 20-year-old kid that bought the 2 Lamborghinis that had the puppet show on
Right, yeah.
YouTube, lost all his revenue, and then he put out a GoFundMe to help GoFund his show. And I'm like, dude, you and your girl are driving 2 Lamborghinis to McGuire's to eat every Thursday, and you're asking
His mom has a brand new pink wrap.
We saw that shit at
Escalade.
one of our clients, Matt Priegel at Prieg's detailing.
Detail Garage. Prieg's Detail Garage.
It's like this dude has the most ridiculous cars in his garage. But anyways, so that
All
the
the
little kid
time.
that does the puppet show on YouTube, I don't know. He's got like 3 million followers or some shit. I don't know.
No, it's more than that. I mean, he had enough audience. I don't know why he would have lost monetization unless he was doing something he wasn't supposed to.
I don't know. But have you ever watched one of those shows? It's the dumbest shit ever. I'm like,
I
dude,
researched it.
God, we could do our own
I've never seen it,
finger
It's-
puppet show.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, it's terrible. But
except the 100 and something a month he was making.
he was making $350,000 a month.
That's average.
I guess. I need to come up with my own puppet show. I don't know what I would do, but I think I could do it. But anyways, yeah, so that kid
I'll
shows
produce it.
They eat at McGuire's, and him and his girl drive their Lamborghinis up. Thank goodness one of them's not purple, because when I get mine, I want to be the only one with the purple Lamborghini in town.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a
Thank God Bam Majera cut the top off his.
I heard that guy had that kid had like some kind of disease.
Yeah, he's
Like
not,
he's dying
he's
or
not
something.
supposed to live long. He's got
Right.
some kind of kidney something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well, man, be nice.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You don't even know him.
He can afford to die.
I'm so.
That's terrible. But yeah, so it's funny. Him and his girl go to McGuire's every Thursday, and they don't drive together. They each got to roll up in their Lambos.
They roll up separate?
Yeah, and then they park together, and then they get out.
Did they each take a spot and a half?
No, maybe. I don't know. They don't park them sideways and take up 4 spots. I think they just
Are all those gull wings?
were the.
All the Lambos? Yeah.
I think now they do this. Like the DeLorean used to come out like this.
Yeah, that was a.
I'm not a very good parker, so I would need the door to come up like this instead of the ones that open out. Because maybe I would park and I could get out, but you'd have to get on the driver's side.
Yeah.
But anywho, enough about.
We have a tough vehicle to park, too.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But any vehicle, it doesn't matter. I'm just not a good parker. I don't know why. I'm a pretty good driver. I haven't had a ticket since '96, a speeding ticket, or I got a little Dewey in 01, which I got a mugshot of.
It was a little one?
Yeah, but I got a mugshot
It was a
off
little
of it.
Dewey.
And I had
Are there big Deweys and little Deweys?
I don't know. Little
Yeah.
Dewey's is a barbecue spot in Starkville, Mississippi. You've got to try. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite spots.
Is
it's
it spelled
a
the same?
complete no.
It all depends on how many people you take out in the process, I would assume.
Well,
I don't
that,
know.
yeah.
I didn't need to be
Or
in a
how
car.
many you've had, really.
But anyways, I thought I was going to run for mayor at one time, and so I was like, I've got to get my mugshot out because it's better you get it out, put it on Front Street than somebody else bring it out. And so it kind of just started branding it over the years. Well, a couple weeks back, I ordered my girlfriend a custom blanket, and she got it today, and it's a full blown mugshot.
So horrible.
So that
It's
way
horrible.
she feels safe. Like if somebody was to break into her house,
She probably
and-
feels like she's going to be raped in her sleep.
no, it's to protect her. So if somebody was to break in the
After
house
they,
and they
after get
saw
done with Chad.
you're draped in a mugshot blanket, that's a dangerous person. You don't want to mess with that person.
We need the sound. What'd you say? The soundboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to mess with her.
I'm just imagining how vicious he looks getting up, butt naked, nothing on but a fanny pack.
Dude, you got to see this blanket. I look
Did
terrified.
you leave it on in jail, and when you took showers in jail?
What?
That's
you
where he
in-
kept the soap.
Were you ever in jail?
They wouldn't let me. I was not in jail. They didn't put me in
Pretty
general
class.
population because they knew that this sweet ass was not going to make it through it. So they left me in a holding tank for 8 hours until I sobered up or whatever, and then I got out. The cops that arrested me were awesome. We're still friends to this day. They were like super good guys. They were,
You're still friends to this day?
yeah. Deputy Wynn, man, he's awesome. I thank him every time I see him for arresting me
Like
because
Vietnamese win?
yes, I don't know. He's from over there. I just don't know. I don't.
What the fuck, man?
He's
oh,
from-
sorry.
Yeah, there's $1 in a slam jar. Maybe his parents are from over there. I don't know. But anywho, it was a good day for me, so I don't mind putting my shit on Front Street.
Buffalo Bills.
What? Who are they getting?
Nobody circles the wagon.
Pick number 7, Josh Allen.
Woo! That's a good pick.
I like that.
He might
I like that.
He might have to sit a year, but
Who has not been picked yet?
dude from UCLA? That guy, he's got a little attitude issue.
You say he's a dick.
Yeah.
The Bears are on the clock.
How
We
about,
are-
how about
so
the guy that went on the
they're not going to pick
racist
him.
rant?
Do what now?
Some guy, they just discovered some deleted.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 14 or 15 and said white is right, which is, I mean,
Was that what it was? I didn't hear about it till today.
yeah. But I don't. If
Most whites are on the right.
oh God, here we go.
Politically, they are.
You're funny. But anywho, like some kid, I'm not gonna. If I'm an NFL owner, I'm not gonna judge what some kid said at 14 or 15 because I said some really dumb shit.
I'm thankful that I don't have any hidden sound bites that ever could come back to bite me.
That's what we're gonna start doing. Is I'm gonna start recording the shit you say and use it to blackmail you.
I find that highly unlikely that you could use anything against me that I say.
I don't know what I would use it for.
I'm not saying I'm politically correct, but I am saying that I'm quite conscious of my family of fellow human beings.
That's the nicest. I don't know how to describe. Yeah, you're a humanitarian.
Right.
You're like Mother Teresa, only alive and a dude.
Only alive and a dude.
I mean, very similar, like a lot of similar qualities.
She
Empathy
was.
that just doesn't quit.
Thank you. Quite compassionate.
The thing would look like whatever she wore on her head wouldn't look as good on you.
Yeah, it was too small.
They didn't make it a 2X.
Do nuns know what goes on in the with the priests, or are they out doing school and stuff, so they don't know about that kind of stuff? That's
I don't
going
know,
on?
man. I've never even thought about it.
Because I just wondered that about Sister Jean when they were doing all that Loyola.
Man,
Of
Sister
Chicago stuff.
Jean was more famous than anybody that played on that team.
She was.
I bet she's got her own gear there now, like her own shirts.
She's been a fixture at Loyola for a long time.
So, Loyola, that was the same team. They just changed their name. I believe it was Loyola Marymount.
No, that's a different school.
It's a different school altogether.
Yeah.
I thought they just changed their name and
No,
shortened
this is
it.
Loyola Chicago.
Where was Marymount?
Wherever Hank Gathers and
Bo Kimball.
Bo Kimball played is where they
Man,
are.
that's one of the coolest stories in sports, man. If y'all, if you're younger, back in I want to say '87, during the tournament, I believe it was conference tournament or NCAA tournament. Hank Gathers passed away on the right on the court, and
Yeah.
he was
not in the tournament.
wasn't in the tournament, but he passed away. And
Marymount's in Los Angeles.
okay, Yeah, his best friend, Bo Kimball, Hank was a lefty and ended up shooting after he passed. I believe it was in the next game, ended up shooting 2 free throws left-handed, and he made both of them.
Bo Kimball.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Then that happened to a Celtic too, didn't it?
Len Bias,
That's
he was in the same draft as Jordan, but his Hank Gathers was a genetic heart
Right,
problem
and
where Len Bias would have done that 2,000 pounds of cocaine that
He-
was found.
Well, he paid
washed up.
for multiple second opinions to get back on the court too.
Yeah.
That's well
Hank Gathers
documented.
did.
Yeah. He'd had some long-standing health issues, man. But it's one of those childhood stories. I don't remember a lot about college basketball growing up. I wasn't a fan of really anybody. Maybe the '94 Texas Tech ladies team, but just because I was from there. But I didn't watch a lot of college basketball growing up. But you remember not Len Bias, Hank Gathers and Bo Kimball, man. That was a really cool story.
They'd throw down 40 a night.
Yeah, they were bad. They were badass. But it was just them two. They didn't have anybody around them. They were similar to like a George Washington or a.
How much? How long did Bo go in the NBA?
Man, I don't
get
remember. I don't remember him having a huge impact in the NBA. I remember he played 3 or 4 years. Finally, our freaking friends show up. Y'all are like the human rain delay. God bless.
What's up? So here's your
That's
guy.
what I'm saying.
It's called being grateful, right?
Yes.
Oh, finally you're here, God. What
Yeah.
the?
Finally, you dickheads are here. Awesome.
Yeah, we're getting. Wait, what time
And
is
now
it?
they're
Front
leaving.
Looks like a cross.
I'm just
between,
kidding.
We're calling the boys in
the
5
lead
minutes.
singer of Bad Religion and Andy Dick.
Right?
Andy.
Little less masculine.
But anyways, our boy Mike Hall's in the house. He's the owner of Sandbar and Frisky Dolphin. We have Nate Dennis and his wife Stephanie. We're not going to mention her school,
Steph.
so we can keep James calm throughout the rest of the segment.
School of Hard Knocks.
Steffi D.
Steffi D.
Steffi Stuff. What's
Stephanie,
Did the Bears
Stephanie,
pick?
who is your pro team? Are you a Browns fan? Ooh, I got Dolphins.
Kaliba Habaluba.
by the way, Roy
linebacker, School
shared
of Hard
the
Knocks.
show just now.
That
No,
means
viewership went up, man.
Yeah, because Roy Jones Jr. shared the show.
Your friends walked in, and the views came with them.
I like it. I appreciate
The Bears took linebacker Roquan Smith.
Roquan.
Man, that sucks. That's who I was.
I haven't watched a lot of the pre-draft stuff.
Were
Where's
you?
the little kid, or not little, the badass dude from Central Florida with the one arm or the funny arm that did really good in the combine? Where is he projected to go?
Second
or third?
round.
Man, that guy's story and his brother's story is awesome, man.
He's going to be a vicious special teams player.
Yeah.
We need a little bit of help on the inside. Take a little bit of the stress off Khalil, so we can pop that true talent. It's when you know you don't have anybody else that you really need to pay much attention to. It's easy to double and triple team that
Right.
guy all game.
And that's just and then it shows you what a stud he is.
Yeah, Khalil Mack
he's-
hasn't even shut up to practice yet. They're in money issues right now.
But outside of that, man, I'm just not a big NFL guy. Hopefully, maybe next year they'll start making some moves to get some fans back. We'll see. I don't know, but the draft is about as much NFL as I've watched this past year.
Let's see if they have paid attention to the NBA. Adam Silver came out before the season and says that you're contractually you're going to stand
Correct.
for the national anthem.
Yeah, Adam Silverman made a great point, and the NBA, their ratings have gone through the roof, and it's not so much because of that, but the players and the teams were a lot better this year than they've been in prior years. So we'll see what kind of effect that has. But before I forget, my boy Fred Robbins, he played for the Giants. Great guy, local guy, lives in Gulf Breeze. But on May the 4th, Fred and his wife are having betting on kids. It's going to be a charity event. I've been to it the last few years. It's going to be at New World Landing, Scopolo's downtown, and it's a great event, man.
Really looking forward to that.
Yeah, there's different ways you can be involved. You can actually buy the ticket, or you can just donate, man. And it's he's set up a great kind of I don't want to call it a charity, man. This guy it's really involved in our local community. He wants these kids that are playing football that think that the NFL is the only way to make it. Only 3% of college players make it to the NFL. So he's wanting these kids that think this is the only way out to better their lives or get them on the right track and let them know that let them know there is a plan B.
He's got a lot of projects going on to be able to show them, and help them with getting jobs and getting job skills and acquiring job skills and, being productive. So
yeah, as far as
it's a
charity work goes within our city, man. Fred Robbins is one of the biggest names, man. He's a great guy. He played at Wake Forest. We did his bowling tournament last year, man. We had a blast, dude. And that guy's always a class act, fun to hang out with, very easy to approach, and I think what he's doing is amazing. And this betting on kids, I think this is probably the 4th year he's done it, and man, it grows every year. And I don't know, I think it's just a great event.
Looking forward to it. Why don't we get the boys on the line, Kenny? I think he's on right now.
Let's get Nate.
Nate's here.
Let's get Nate up here.
Yeah, we can start talking to Nate. Come on. If you have a second. Nate's kind of a big shot now. Nate's now the head groundskeeper for the Blue Wahoos.
He's here. He's in town. All right. But I don't know where he's at.
I can message him.
Yeah, I was calling him. That's who I was on the phone with there. I was trying to be. I was trying to get on the phone with him.
Are you boogalooing?
I'm going to step outside and find out.
Okay.
See where Joe's at.
Boogalooing.
He had to do
Boogaloo.
he had to do some deal with the
Gunga?
Kid for Runway or something like that today.
What? What's that?
Joe Holly. He had to do a charity deal with it's like Kids on the Runway or Kids for the Runway or something today in Pensacola.
Okay.
Roll Tide.
Hey, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. We got the boys on the line.
Oh, before you guys get started, I just want to bring this up real quick. Will you guys? I know you guys both work with media and stuff. If you have any kind of headshots or preferred pictures, maybe even a picture of both of you guys together, I'd like to get a graphic put together so that when you guys come on, I can splash it on the screen.
I don't know that we have one, but I definitely, next time we all get together, we can make that happen. I mean, talking about myself and Mike.
Yeah, or that's fine.
I would think you guys. I would think you guys had a lot of pictures together.
They got separates.
Yeah, or if you got separates, man, I'll do it up.
No, we got pictures together down there at 500.
There you go.
Down at the 500.
Yeah.
Down to the 500. Roll
Mike,
Tide.
Mike, are you on the road right now?
I am westbound on I-20, just passed by Heflin, Alabama, about to get toward Oxford, Alabama, and yeah, man, we're about 20 miles from the glory land over here at Talladega, Geico North.
From a cell phone tower?
That's funny. Right on, man.
Hey,
go
Mike,
ahead, Nate.
Hey, Mike, where's Joe at tonight? What's that charity called down here? He's in.
Yeah, Joe Hawley is down in Pensacola tonight at a charity called Rally at the Runway. He's suited and booted. He's walking kids from Sacred Heart over there, I believe, down the runway in like a fashion show for cancer patients and other kids with sickness.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
right.
sure where it's at, but it's down in Pensacola somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's in downtown. I didn't know what his schedule was, and I thought, I'd reach out to him, but I'm sure he's tied up with that.
So, you guys.
He will be for the time being, and I'm sure he'll want to get a cocktail afterwards.
Absolutely.
Well, we've been away from each other for about 6 weeks.
Yeah, we have.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been.
I was in Hawaii. Chad was in Nashville. Nate's taken over as the head groundskeeper for the Wahoos.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you guys, you need to update us a little bit on NASCAR and what's going on.
Yeah, we've been a little bit scarce here.
I'll go ahead and update you. From my perspective, I'll tell you what's going on. We got a whole lot of Kyle Busch, that's for sure. 18 cars been in victory lane a ton. 78 car stole one there a few weeks ago, and before that, a whole lot of Kevin Harvick. So it'd be nice to get back to restrictor plate race this weekend, and might see a new face in victory lane.
Yeah, it's been pretty much what Mike said. You know, not too terribly exciting. To be honest with you, racing has been you know, sort of some runaways here with Harvick, and then you know, last week was a pretty good race. But you know, at the same time, you got Dale Jr. endorsing Kyle Busch. Now he's the fan favorite going up in the crowd. I'm just not too sure about the direction that it's headed with that going on. But I tell you what, we're getting back to restricted plate racing in the great state of Alabama, and I believe that bow tie is going back to Victory Lane this week.
Who's going to be driving that car in the bow tie?
Ooh, boy. Lot of people to choose from.
Oh, I know that.
I
know.
oh, here we go. We got one coming out
Tell you
here.
what, you look back at the 500. You look back at the 500, and number 9 car was up front until he got taken out with that 15-car pileup.
Yeah, right there at the end.
Career so far, one of the true things.
Hard to get him in.
It's better than being a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I give you that. But boy, it's a long road for that young man. He is he's come up short a lot here.
I think the biggest thing we need to talk about right here, as far as us, is Nate switching drivers from Chevrolet going over to a Ford.
Got a lot to talk about.
Got a lot to talk about. Well, I could go ahead and
Driver mid-season.
well,
do tell.
Yeah, let me
do tell.
Yeah, let me explain myself. You know, there's a lot of things to talk about, as Mike said.
About that one.
No, I hadn't.
Nobody has been told.
Well, no, we hadn't even talked.
Mr. Tolbert has a picture of Nate wrapped in an Auburn blanket. I want
Yeah,
to see that.
well, Lord D, that guy. I tell you what.
Oh my God.
Guy ain't even gonna show. Guy ain't even gonna show up to the race. Ain't even gonna show up to the race. Guy's already putting pictures out there.
A little bit of a nerve hit.
It sounds like somebody's running interference for Nate, so he doesn't have to talk about.
Oh no, I'm ready.
Switch it.
I'm fully ready to talk about this.
All right, start talking.
Well, I can tell you this right now. When you start rooting for a guy, and this guy, and I'm gonna tell you right now, he doesn't believe in what I believe in, and I kind of I hopped to judgment on this 3 deal, and I hopped the bandwagon a little too early. But when you find a man that shows up to the track and he believes in what you believe in, James, hey, what you gonna do? You're gonna want to root for that man. Now,
right.
I don't like the fact that he's in a Ford, and we'll talk about that in a minute because he's probably not gonna be a Ford, but this year. Stewart Hart's Racing ain't going to deal with that. Tony owns a damn Chevrolet dealership. He's going back to a Chevrolet. But I will tell you this, moving beyond that, when a man wins a race, and I'm talking about the 14 Clint Boyer, when he wins a race and he goes over to the fence and he starts motioning up there for somebody to throw him a beer over the fence, he starts to get my attention. He wins a grandfather clock, okay? The grandfather clock's a trophy. He goes in the presser. You know what he says in the presser? Said, Clint, how you going to get that thing back to the house? Said, hell, I don't know. I guess we'll just strap it to the hood and see what happens. Okay? Hey.
You telling me he speaks your language?
He speaks my language every day I wake up. He speaks my language through and through. He is what I get up and do every day. And Austin Dillon,
I just went gay all of a sudden.
yeah. You see what's going on there?
Your fault for picking him number 1.
Well, I agree.
You're the one that chose Austin Dillon.
I did, and I'm owning it. And we're gonna have
I'm just so disappointed right now, and
So you're telling me that you'd be okay with me just rolling on with the number 3 because it's got a bow tie on the hood and just go with wrappers in the damn pits and deal with all that bull crap? No, that's not me. That's not how I do things.
No, well,
Here's the question I got. Here's the question I got about the whole thing is I want to know. You know, it's been 5 years since Clint Boyer's gotten in victory lane. You know, Austin Dillon went to 500. We're all on Austin Dillon's bandwagon. What happened if Clint Boyer didn't win? Then he doesn't ask for a beer to be thrown over the fence.
I would have never have known.
Fans then?
I would have never have known, Mike. I would have never known what I was missing out on. I would have never known what could have been or should have been. But my eyes were opened, and when he went to Victory Lane, it all opened up. And when it opened up, I made a decision. And I didn't let y'all know about it there for a few weeks, and then I finally let you know there around Easter weekend. But yeah, go ahead. What you got?
I think as soon as you cross that checker, we got a group text that said I'm going over to Fort
No, I did not. No, I did not. And Mike, it wasn't until Easter weekend when Mike broke the opened it up that even come out. Mike broke it on Easter weekend. We were sitting there doing crawfish.
See, boys, we've had a lot of things going on here these last 6 weeks that we're just cracking the seal on.
Right.
It's been a tumultuous 6 weeks here, but we're trying to fight through and get on to Dega and get some restricted play going.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, will Chase Elliott ask for a beer in Victory Lane, or will he not?
No,
That's what I want to know.
absolutely
Chase Elliott,
not.
If he does win at Dega, I think he's going to sip on his little Coca-Cola Classic there in Victory Lane and probably go to bed at about 9 o'clock.
I'll tell you what. There's only one driver going to judge the Hooters swimsuit competition next week, and that's Chase Elliott.
Well, last time I checked, Hooters was a damn
He
corporation.
ain't taking none of them home, though.
Yeah.
He ain't taking none of them home, though, Dean. I know
I'll
that.
tell you what, he drives an American-made vehicle, unlike Truex, and he doesn't spend all of his winters on slopes up there.
America.
So
Well,
that's all I got to say
He
about
lives in
that.
Denver. Truex from Jersey and lives in Carolina, so he ain't worried about Denver.
Even
He's out
worse.
there he's over at Bass Pro Shops right now, signing autographs, telling people about his hunting. What he's been hunting over there in Carolina. He's getting
Well, I'll tell you what, going back to Nate here, I can't wait until Clint Boyer drives the Nature's Bakery car for 10 weeks, and we'll see if he jumps ship on that one, too.
well, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not necessarily worried about what's on the hood of a car. I mean, it pissed me off when I had to see Danica out there riding around in that thing. But I think it was more of Danica driving around in a circle than it was anything else. I'm going to tell you right now, one, I researched it, and last time I checked, they were in a damn lawsuit, and there ain't going to be no Nature's Bakery going anywhere on any of them cars here in the near future. And here's the bottom line. They got in a squabble.
Sponsor on Austin Dillon's car.
Well, why do you think that was the damn final straw that broke the camel's back, and why I'm over here where I'm at right now, and why we're going to fire a damn fire up at camp and do some, honorary burning? I mean, I don't understand why you get so mad at me just because this man's in a Ford. I do not like the fact he's in a Ford, but I can't pick.
Austin Dillon
I cannot pick.
now announcing the number 3 car, Austin Dillon in the Pooper Scooper.
I mean, do I want to be associated with that? No, I don't. But I'm just. It's not just that. It's not just that. And James, hey, I'm gonna tell you, you've been out of the country. Well, I'll say out of the country. You've been in the
I've
country.
been out of the
You've been a long
continental.
way.
Yeah.
And a lot of things have transpired since you were gone. And we've had rappers in the pits. We've had things that just don't add up for NASCAR entertainment. They don't add up, and it really pissed me off. It caught me off guard. And this kid just is absolutely golden spooned in here, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
You seem sold on your switch. So
I'm 100%
how long?
sold.
So Easter. So how long have you been on the Clint Boyer bandwagon? Then?
Last week was the first week officially as a race fan, and this will be the second week.
So what do you see in him this week?
Well, I can tell you this right now.
James, let me just go ahead and tell you what happened. I got the insight on this. Let me go ahead and tell you what happened. Nate's looking around. He sees that 9 car driving the Hooters car. Being America, Napa, all that. He looks over that 78. It's a Bass Pro, matte black, mean-looking, Batmobile-looking car. And he finds out that his 3 car is driving a Pooper Scooper car this weekend. Driving a damn Pooper Scooper car this weekend. And you know what? He looked around and said, who's hot right now? Well, Clint Boyer's in fourth place in the point race right now. So, I don't know, man. We're gonna
now we're talking about I'm trying to get to the front, dude. I don't care if that dude wins a race. Hey, I don't care if that dude wins a race the rest of the year. It does not matter to me if he wins a race. I don't care if he's top 10. The guy represents what I do. You get up, you drink beer, you have a good time, and here's the deal. At the end of the day, the guy represents what I do every day. I can't say that for Austin Dillon. He doesn't
Gets up and
represent
drinks
me.
beer. I think your dad recognizes that as well.
Yeah, he definitely does.
He mentions that when I drop by there.
Or when you meet with him, yeah.
When I go by there to talk to him and you're not there.
Yeah, he definitely represents.
He's probably drinking beer somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So let me tell you right now, Austin Dillon is
I just
out.
wish this would have happened in January, not April.
Well,
That's
me
my
too.
only, issue with the whole
Me,
situation.
100%, Dean. I wish it had too. I 100% do. I hate, and I even wrote you boys and told you, hey, I made a mistake. I'm owning it. But please forgive me for moving where I'm at. And, Dean, please forgive me for not being on the bow tie train in 2018. I honestly believe that we're looking at a Stewart-Haas race team that's going to be switching back over to the Chevrolets. And if that happens, James, guess what? Saddle up because Dean's coming.
Hey, just to cut in real quick for the Alabama boys, it looks like Minka Fitzpatrick just came off the board.
Just saw that.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Who do you go to?
Roll Tide.
Who'd he go to?
What team did he go
Dolphins.
Miami
Miami.
Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins.
Welcome
My
to
bad, I
South
didn't-
Florida.
Steffi D's team.
Steffi D in the house.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey.
listen, guys. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, Nate.
Well, I was going to say, hey, one little side note, guys. It's been a few weeks, and boy, I've been missing getting all this stuff off my chest and putting it out here on the air with James. And I feel like we're back on a slot here on Thursday night. What you think, James?
No, I like it. I've missed talking about this, and I'm looking forward to the upcoming weeks, and I'm looking forward to see what Clint Boyer's got for the rest of the year.
Well, hey, I'm here. I'm 14. We're going hard.
God,
We'll see
you're
what happens.
probably hoping the Pooper Scooper doesn't pull it off this weekend.
Hope Boyer wins here the next few weeks, or we're going to be back on the air talking about Nate's new driver.
Jeez, see, this how I know I'm going to take the punishment, but I'm okay with it because I
You
know
know what?
I know
I thought
who
he
is.
was like me, but I was wrong.
No, I
but
know,
I was wrong.
I know who he is. I know who he is, and I'm fine with it. I'll take the punishment if I can do that.
One of you guys took Jimmy Johnson, I believe, about 2 weeks before the Daytona 500. I don't hear one of y'all backing off of that pick.
That is true.
No, them boys ain't backing off him.
You got to stick with your guy.
Why would you back off him? What would be the reason to back off of Jimmy? I mean, hell, he's only getting better every week.
He likes to ride bikes. He's washed up, likes to ride
Wears
bikes.
spandex every day. Gets up at 4 a.m., puts on his spandex, goes out there to the mountains.
I do
He
think.
does live in Aspen, by the way. And
Aspen.
he likes running around back where Danica did last year. He's kind of taking her spot on the racetrack.
Yeah.
I think
I've
taking
never-
a beating through the back door there
Well,
for some reason.
I've never seen Danica get a third place victory. I can tell you that, or third place
Finish.
Finish. I'm sorry, I didn't say victory.
You did say victory.
I did. I didn't mean to say it.
You did say victory.
I did say it.
I ain't never seen Danica get a good victory at all.
I've never seen her get in the top 10. So if she has, tell me, enlighten me.
GoDaddy thought she was hot.
GoDaddy saw money signs is what they saw, and so did Nature's Bakery apparently, and now they're in the
Kinda
court.
Like Austin Dillon selling that Pooper Scoopers.
It's actually fitting because it's a horrible hosting company.
Isn't Aaron Rodgers hit or?
Oh, we
I
did.
mean, dating that.
I just saw him on ESPN the other night at the basketball game there up in Wisconsin area, somewhere wherever the team Milwaukee or
Milwaukee.
something. Yeah, boy, they looked real happy.
Well, she doesn't have much else to do.
That's terrible.
Well,
She's getting ready for that Indy 500 last time I took.
Yeah, that's the only race she's got left in her life right now.
Effort into that, she did NASCAR.
she's going to have to qualify for that, isn't she?
You know, I think she is.
Is that likely?
Nah, David Letterman sponsored her. She's in.
Oh, she's already in.
Oh, there's a team.
Yeah, wow.
There's a team right there. David Letterman,
Yeah.
one of my favorites. I usually when I
Congratulations.
usually
I can't watch that crap either.
that is just brutal. That dipshit.
Congratulations.
Well, listen, man, it's good to have you back, Mike and Dean. Let's do this again next week.
Yeah. Hey, we'll,
Are you going to be groundskeeping for the Wahoos? Or are you going to be available?
Well, so next week I can probably call in. We got a game next week, so going to be out there getting the field right. But I'll figure it out one way or another. Now that we're back on air, I can make stuff happen.
Sounds good.
Live from the field. Yeah, that's right.
Mike will be back and let us know about Talladega.
Yeah, we'll send some videos. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of them.
I'm about to pull in there.
Right on.
Roll Tide.
Hey, guys, roll Tide, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, boys.
All right.
All right.
See y'all next
Night,
week.
guys. Boom. Did leave that on?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
the hell do you think
Yeah,
you're
you're
going?
it looks like you're the fill-in host,
Hey, I got you, buddy.
unless I want to get Steffi D up here.
Oh, Steffi D's got a lot to talk about, but let's pull up some draft stuff going on here because I'd love to talk about
I saw
a few
my
things.
my Raiders traded up
That's why I was.
from 10 to 15. Gave with looked like Arizona.
So they traded down.
Yes, I said that backwards.
All right, let's see what we got going on here. The draft cast.
If I would have thought about it, I could have got something up, and too late now. But
Tampa Bay's on the clock right now.
here it is. Goodell's on the stage right now.
Derwin James.
Nope, he's already off the board.
Got the Hawaiian. Vita Vea. I hear you. A Hawaiian coming in strong.
Who'd the Bears?
Washington, huh? Going to
You're
Tampa Bay.
welcome.
Who did the Bears take?
I don't know the song, but I
My
watched the movie
Chicago
once.
Bears.
Right there.
Oh, that's right. Roquan Smith
Oh,
from Georgia.
Great pick.
You're
Great
welcome.
pick.
Yeah, Kenny wanted him. That must be why they traded down. They didn't get
Yeah.
who they were looking for.
It is. We were definitely like I said, we're looking for some support for Khalil, and
The Cardinals take another LA product,
Yeah, I
quarterbacking product.
Man, I tell you, that's
They've
That's
had.
a- that's
I
a
guess
progress.
Carson's a done deal.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they see him on the way out.
he's an old man.
Yeah.
He is getting up there.
We're the ones that got him out of.
So Josh
Cincinnati.
Rosen to Arizona.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at it, they had a great run. I mean, that was a Super Bowl run they made there with Carson, and that was probably the door. That was it for that team.
It appears to be that way right now. Indianapolis at number 6 took Quentin Nelson out of Notre Dame.
Well, that's a great pickup for them.
Right.
I mean, he was one of the only people that kept them alive last year. A couple good plays, and they're in another situation.
I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden on the offensive guard from Michigan, Steve.
Man,
that
that's
was
a
harsh.
tough
Steffi D, he was an All-Pro
crowd.
year after year and basically fueled the running game for the Seahawks and
Tough crowd
and the
right
Minnesota
there.
Vikings for
I've got
years.
a sound for that.
Not drafted.
Right? Yeah, the past. I am. God, I hope we beat your ass this year. God, one of the few Ohio State fans that I used to like. I don't give you no shit.
I'm going to Columbus in July.
Well, how about that?
That's
What are
a
you doing
shitty
up
little
there?
Town. Even though I don't do my show anymore, I was recruited to do my show at a music festival up there
Nice.
at Nelson Ledges, I think is what it's called, or something like that. I forget what the place is called. A venue just outside of that city that I just said that I can't think of right
Right,
now.
I've been to that city. I've never been treated worse in my life.
Man, what a bad deal, huh?
I survived it.
I lost last time I went. I lost my debit card, and I was banking with Bank of America then, and there wasn't a single one there.
Oh, that tells you something.
And it
It's America. It's a Bank of America, and you have no options to get a new card.
and the funny thing
Wow.
was after about 3 or 4 days of having to scrounge up money to eat. It was in the shirt. It was in my shirt pocket the whole time.
Wow.
Son of a.
At least you didn't cancel it.
She's being mean to me now. What
have
did
a-
you do to
did
her
you
to
have a
make
good-
me deserve that?
Did you have a bad day?
I think it's James. I think it's the whole Michigan
I'll
thing.
always vote for that.
Am I getting credit for that?
I'm catching crossfire is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're definitely catching the crossfire
right,
there
all right.
because James hates Ohio State with a passion.
Hate.
I don't hate Steffi D though.
No, but it's crossfire.
It is.
It is.
That's but I have nothing to talk about when it comes to that. I have nothing to say.
We got another pick in. Oh, okay. It looked like a green-headed black guy that was getting picked. I'm sorry.
You know, I don't know about you guys, but you know,
a green. Did you say green-headed black guy?
Yeah, I mean, the TVs, the colors have just, I don't know, but it looked like, I mean,
You know
he
what I
was
miss?
green. I don't know.
I miss Boomer. Do you guys miss Boomer?
I definitely miss
Man,
Boomer.
having a draft without Boomer just doesn't feel like a draft.
Yeah. We got a bunch of new guys here, and they're trying to call shots. And
For a couple years, even after he retired, he made cameos on these. This is going to be the first year.
He
that we're
was
not-
making some cameos this year.
Well, he hasn't been
thought-
on the big show though. I
Yeah.
haven't seen him yet. Well, and maybe he was there. And I'm busy running your show.
Well, he probably shouldn't have been called out on the old
I'll tell you what.
sexual misconduct or whatever it was.
maybe
with
Nate's
the
old lady
employees.
is mad
I'll
at
tell
him
you what,
too.
James, just to switch the gears here just for 1 second. I
Sure.
know we got the draft going on. Jody Davis.
Catcher for the Cubs.
Yeah, but also the new skipper for the Blue Wahoos.
Right?
Yep,
Really?
that's my new roommate. It's my new roommate. He's living at our
Are you guys separated?
at our house. Living at our house.
At your house.
But I will tell you this.
Do you guys call him Skip?
No, I call him Jody.
Skipper.
Just old Jody.
Hey, Skipper.
But I'll tell you this.
Is he? They're not paying him too much, so he's
No.
bunking up with you. Or?
No. That's not at all. It's Mike Johnson is kind of the reason that he's bunking with me. Mike Johnson's
He manages his Grindr
co-host
account.
with 102.9, Mick Gillespie, is Jody's best friend, and so he didn't know if he was going to be here for a month, 2
This is
months.
the who's who of roommate
you know?
conversations, man.
And so I told Jody, I said, Jody, you got a place with us no matter what, you know? And it's been the most educational.
Oh my God! I
process
bet you
I
get
could
to
ever
talk
imagine.
some baseball.
Well, I was going to mention this in the NASCAR thing. One of his really good friends, until he passed, Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Wow.
Have I heard some awesome
I'll bet you
stories
have.
over the last couple weeks?
I'll bet you
have. Here's the deal, though. Jody's going to have a Thursday off. It's going to come on, and we might need to clear some space off and talk about some stories, because I'm going to tell you something. This guy has them, and I'm talking from MLB, World Series.
I would love to
I
have
mean,
Jody Davis on.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to have
No,
Jody
that
on.
would be incredible.
There's 3 coaches there, and I was really praying that Danny Darwin was still going to be here, and obviously we've all seen he's got moved up to Cincinnati. He's in the major leagues now, and congratulations to him. But I was hoping to have
Right.
him and Jody on, and they had both already talked about the fact they would do it. But
That's awesome.
you know, now Danny's gone, so there's a couple new coaches, and all of them that are there are all World Series champions, and so they can also bring the heat. But the fact that we had Jody with the NASCAR, background, with
Right.
being really good friends with Senior, I thought would be
that would be
educational.
that would be an
and
amazing.
fun.
That would be an amazing show.
The stories that I've heard are just unreal. So I can only imagine what he'd bring to the table when he got on the radio with it.
No, that would be incredible.
So that's going to happen. So anyhow,
Excellent. Now, and Jody, did that have anything to do with you getting the head groundskeeper job?
No, I don't have anything to do with that. That was just something that I thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go and do my thing and figure it out. And Jody, Jody knew about it, but it had nothing to do with that guy. I mean, Jody is his own entity. Is it a perk? Absolutely. But it's just really cool getting to go in and have some conversation with some of these guys, these big leaguers. 2 nights ago, I sat on the couch and talked shop with Barry Larkin, which just unbelievable to hear the stories that Barry told on that couch. I mean, that's just a perk of being there and being around.
Do you like
it.
Barry Larkin?
Absolutely.
You like Barry Larkin?
I don't even know if she even knew who he was, but I knew who he was, big, and to be able to sit there and him being in the Reds organization and hearing
Shortstop for a long
comments.
time, all-star shortstop,
Yeah.
shortstop for a long time.
World Series champion too.
Yeah. He played college ball at
Wake Forest.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong.
Pretty confident, if anything.
It sounds very confident. You're throwing me way off, though.
Okay.
So
Well, hit it up and see.
I'm pretty sure that I know where he went to school.
Sounds like he was a Demon Deacon, man. And by the way, that's one of the coolest nicknames for a team ever.
It is a good one. Barry Larkin, college. Oh, did he? Yeah.
I don't know what's worse, that the man that was just talking to him didn't know, or the man
I
that's
did know.
or the man that's a fan of the team.
I did
didn't.
know. That's why I
Yeah.
brought it up.
Right, but you didn't say it.
Yeah, I thought I knew.
Well, you were down there, with
No.
your hand on his leg on the couch.
Well, I didn't talk about. I'm just saying I thought that's where he went. We didn't talk about his college
so I
days.
didn't
We're
know.
talking about World Series champions.
So I didn't know.
We're talking about World Series championships.
Yeah, he played
Is that a youth
at U of M.
So you're telling me that this university here is who you go for, and you didn't snap me and say, huh, "You're way."
I'm telling you
effing
that.
Off.
Evidently, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, we're not buying it.
We're talking about a MVP. We're
Why
talking
did
about-
I ask where he went to college?
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounded like you were
But-
buying the fact that he went to Wake Forest.
Yeah,
I
mean, I just snapped that because I thought that, but I like I said, I could be wrong, and I was. But I had an enjoyable amount of time with him the other night talking about World Series. What's the feeling? How do
Lord.
you all the stuff that goes into it?
To me, there's nothing better than talking about baseball.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I enjoyed myself when I left that locker room the other night. I was satisfied. I mean, I there's nothing else you could even say. I could have probably run through a brick wall. I mean, this
That's
guy,
awesome, man.
He's a motivational individual, and I'm sure that's why he was down
Is
here.
he coaching, or was he
No,
just
he
in
was.
town?
No, he was down here. He was doing some locker room stuff and doing some rovering.
I'm so glad you ended that with something masculine, like run through a brick wall, because it was getting bad there for a second.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Hey, I mean, I'm trying to bring it back. I'm not, hey,
bring it back.
but
Chad's been
yeah.
trying to bring it back for a long time.
Yeah, but anyhow, that's what I got to say about that. And hey,
I went to the Wahoos on Monday night.
yeah, I was there. I saw you there.
You did?
Yeah,
Why didn't you say hi?
I was working. I had to go.
How'd you see us?
Y'all were up in the Hancock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Didn't get a text.
Well, I didn't have my phone. I had my phone afterwards, and that was actually the night that I met Barry.
Cool.
It's the night you were there. So I saw you guys there with the legend and Chad. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I saw the legend Colquitt there.
Yeah. Yep. Doug, DC.
Yeah, old DC.
Doug, are you listening?
He was on the chat a little bit earlier. The
Yeah.
Colquitt that I was wondering about was the co-host that's not here that's talking smack in
Well,
the chat. If
He's
anybody's
on the
noticed
chat talking smack now?
Yeah.
Where is he?
that. He's talking about Cole Trickle.
Where in the hell is he?
Cole
He
Trickle.
brings Cole Trickle up every week during the NASCAR.
Yeah.
Does anybody else notice
Well,
that?
He was a great racer.
That's his name drop.
Yeah. Yep.
What was Rowdy's name?
Rowdy.
Rowdy
Piper.
in Days of Thunder.
The hot rod.
Well, I was going to go with
it's always Rowdy.
It's
though.
not Piper. It's not Gaines. I can't remember what his name was.
Burns.
Rowdy Burns.
Burns. Yep, you're right.
Rowdy Burns.
It just popped in my head.
Yeah. Well,
Russ Wheeler.
That's right.
Boy, you got the balls to pass me on the outside. All right. We're playing
to a break?
to an empty room. Yeah, no, we're going to wrap it up.
wrap it up.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up for another week.
Okay.
appreciate you guys coming out. Appreciate you and Dean and Mike getting in on the NASCAR.
Hey, anytime.
We're going to do that again next week.
Absolutely.
And Jesse behind the bar. I'm not happy with tonight.
Oh.
But we'll get it. We'll get it.
Chad's fault.
Chad's fault.
I guarantee you, everybody that came in to watch the show left when he went to open the bar. That's my thought.
We'll figure that out.
We'll just air out the dirty laundry right here.
Right here, right now.
Right here.
All right, Kenny, let's wrap it up. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week on Play Harder Radio at the Break Beach Bar,
See ya.
Pensacola Beach. Peace.